As promised, I got my hands on the FXD Tudor Pelagos. My opinions has kind of changed a little, but you know what? I'm still not a buyer, and I'll explain why. First things first, I needed to get my hands on both the old Pelagos and the new. I can't review the FXD without showing you the 5 major differences between these models. First, the dial color. The FXD has a dark, rich navy blue, while the OG has a bright, more playful blue. It wasn't obvious in the press kit, but it is very obvious in person. The OG is still more playful and has a summer vibe, while the new FXD has a more serious look to it. The second, no date window. Third, the thickness. Due to the reduced water resistance and the removal of the quite frankly useless helium escape valve, we now get 12.7mm as opposed to the 14.3mm of the older model. Fourth, the fixed spring bars. Unlike the OG, you can't use a bracelet on the FXD. Finally, the less obvious is the differences between the bezel. You have a reverse countdown, I suppose, on the FXD as opposed to the original. Now that we have that out of the way, I wanted to discuss the marketing of this piece and why collectors didn't think it was that great. First and foremost, the Marine Nationale gimmick lost its charm because the Marine Nationale already partnered with a far cheaper brand, Yema. You see, if the Marine Nationale sales pitch is what gets you, then a watch that I already featured is also an official partner of the Marine Nationale at a fraction of the price. By no means am I saying Yema is even close to the Tudor in terms of quality, but if the Marine Nationale gimmick is what you're after, then Yema does provide a watch at a fraction of the price, and it's pretty good quality. Now, I wanted to dial it back and acknowledge that the FXD is a fantastic watch. I don't have a problem with the fixed spring bars, as it does make sense both functionally for military use and historically with the old Tudor Marine Nationale. Quite frankly, it's kind of refreshing to get something a little different from the usual divers. The watch is also very comfortable on my 6.5-inch wrist. This watch is 42mm by 12.7mm and has a lug-to-lug distance of 50.1mm. For daily wear, you do get 200 meters as opposed to the 500 of the OG, but really, I doubt many are even going beyond the 100 meters. Powering this timepiece is the caliber MT5602, 72 hours of power reserve, reliable, a workhorse movement I have nothing to complain about. Now I can tell you, handling this watch in person, it's a fantastic watch for the money and exactly what you'd expect from Tudor. Quality, reliability, and overall an aesthetically pleasing watch. That said, I'm not a buyer. My personal opinion, there isn't much there for me. I would have loved to get a smaller case, 39 or 40mm, and to be honest, I would have loved to see the Meta certified caliber in this watch. Now, on the other hand, if you are considering this watch, I think you'll be very happy with it. Take my personal opinions with a grain of salt because it's just my opinions. The watch is fantastic, the quality is exactly what you'd expect from Tudor, and honestly, if it wasn't for my personal biases, this watch is a fantastic watch. I guess it's just not for me, and I feel like a lot of collectors would have the same problems I did with the FXD. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Excuse my sort of brutal honesty with this one. I just wanted you guys to know the downfalls of this watch before you make your purchase. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.